friends! Welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Caitlin and I like to film eyeshadow palette ranking and review videos, as well as the occasional other beauty content sprinkled in. So if any of those things sound interesting to you, I highly recommend that you hit that subscribe button because I post 2 videos every single week. And for those of you that are not new here, my face is happy that you are seeing it again. And this is my dog Buddy, although I don't think he's in frame. Come on, bud. Up here. He's trying to get these treats that are on the table right here. Anyways, we are going to do a shop my stash video where Buddy picked my makeup. So yeah, if you want to see me do well, first I'll insert a clip of him picking my makeup, and then if you want to see the look that I do with his picks, then you should go ahead and keep on watching. Buddy, show the people your face. They want to see your beautiful face, dude. Okay, I'll grab another treat. Say hi, my name is Buddy and I am 6, almost 7 years old. Sit. I'm a German short hair pointer and I am very excited about this treat right now. Nice. Go. Go. The eyeshadow primer that he picked is the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. This used to be my favorite eyeshadow base, but I have been using the Shadow Fix Primer from About Face Beauty lately, but I think I still really like this one. I don't know. We will test it out. I tried moving my camera closer because I did get some comments asking for the camera to be closer. So hopefully this is close enough. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't want my pores on people's television screens. Like, I don't think you all need to be that close, but I feel like this is a happy medium. All right, I'm letting that set a little bit. I didn't have him pick out like skincare because my skin's kind of irritated from when I tried out, I think it was from these MAC products. I broke the cardinal rule and I tried out like a bunch of things that touch my skin all at the same time. But it's still recovering. So I picked skincare that I know my skin likes. And then did the Shadow Fix Primer. The eyeshadow palette that he picked is the Nomad Monteverde Cloud Forest palette. I purposefully picked 2 like newer Nomad palettes because I am working through my Nomad Cosmetics series. So that was intentional on my part. So this is the palette. I don't know what I'm going to wear tonight because I don't know what I'm going to do with my makeup. Kind of thinking like the pink and the brown and then this like pinky green duochrome shade. And then this Cloud Canopy shade is really pretty. And I think that is one of the only shades I haven't used in this palette yet. So maybe I'll try and work that in. I don't know. But I don't even really know what I want to do. I also could add some like loose pigments or something. I'm not sure. We're just gonna get started. I'm gonna start with a Ace Beauté Paletopoly P1 brush in the shade, I don't even know, Passiflora, this like neon coral shade. I'm a little scared how bright this is. And if you watched my Nomad ranking, you'll know that I said that this palette is kind of intimidating to me. I don't really know what to do with this color story. I have done the shop my stash like with my dog Ellie. She is my youngest dog, and I will link that video in my description box down below. So if you're curious to check that one out, it'll also probably be linked. Like, should I do a shop my stash playlist where it's like, because I have 3 dogs, I was also figured I'd do this once with my mom's dog because he's here a lot, and then I could even have like family members pick makeup for me and stuff. But I could do that. I don't know what I was gonna say. Oh, I was gonna say if I have that video like as a playlist, it might be linked at the end of this, but also I will just link it in the description box just in case it doesn't pop up as an option. I don't know what I'll choose to do. In that video, I felt like I had like not really talked about my dog Ellie that much, and I feel like that's kind of like the fun part of having like my dog pick my makeup, is like giving you some little facts about them, sharing a little bit more of like my personal life with all of you, because obviously my dogs are a big part of my life. So anyways, I will share some fun facts about Buddy. I kind of already did. He is 6, turning 7 in May. He is a German short-haired pointer, which, if you're not familiar, is a bird dog. This mirror is kind of big, so let me switch to my Chucky mirror. I'm just shaking my whole table that my camera's sitting on. He is a bird dog, so he is a hunting dog. With being a hunting dog, if you have never had a hunting dog before, they can be very naughty, and he is definitely a naughty boy. Let's just leave it at that. He is super smart. I'm sure you could tell from us doing I might be biased, but I feel like you could tell from us doing the clip where he was picking out the makeup and stuff that he kind of figured out what we were doing. He's going back to the same spot and then picking. He picked that up really quickly, but he's super smart. So smart that it gets him into trouble a lot, because he's smart enough to know like things that benefit him, and he will do what you want him to as long as what you want him to do aligns with what he wants to do. But if what you want him to do doesn't align with what he wants to do, he's not doing it. He is, this, like, there's like the part of this shade that just like, I don't know if you guys can see it, it just like gripped onto like one spot on my lid. I don't know if that was the primer or if I was just too chit-chatty and didn't blend that out fast enough, but yikes, it won't blend out to save my life. Yeah, I can't get that to blend out, so let's hope the brown covers that up. So now I'm gonna go into the shade Too Faced Sloth, and I'm gonna take a Sigma and Samantha Ravindal detailed blending brush. So anyways, Buddy and I have an interesting relationship. When we got him, I was in grad school and my husband worked from home. He was not my husband at the time, he was my boyfriend. This dog has been around a while. But we got him when we were living together in Lubbock, Texas, which is why we named him Buddy, after Buddy Holly. And so my husband was home with him all the time. And so Buddy and my husband are obsessed with each other. They are best friends. Buddy makes it known that my husband is his person, and I am just the lady who feeds him when his dad does not. That's it. In all serious note, when he is not feeling well, or when my husband is working or whatever, he is very cuddly and very snuggly. So I think he likes me a little bit more than I think, but I'm definitely second place for him. And he makes that abundantly clear. If you're not familiar with GSPs, they are a funny dog breed. So like I said, they're bird dogs, so they're meant to be hunting dogs. A lot of people that have them typically have them as like truly just hunting dogs. So they're like outside dogs, and then they take them hunting, and they're not necessarily like a family dog. Lots of people have them as family dogs and hunting dogs, and lots of people just have them as family dogs. I'm not saying anything is right or wrong. I will say that they get into a lot of shenanigans. So I definitely want to make that clear, because my biggest concern with doing these videos was showing my dogs. I have all high energy, very high maintenance dog breeds. So I have all very high energy, high maintenance dog breeds that are like super intelligent. Just there's a lot to having them. And so I don't want anybody to like watch this and be like, oh my gosh, that dog's cute. And then they get it, and then it's too much. So I just want to be fully transparent about that. But I have seen that GSPs do a lot of times end up in shelters because they are so high energy, they are so naughty. If you're not great with training them, it's a wild ride. And I'm not a good trainer over here. I think I got a broken one. He's not nearly as bad as all of the other GSPs that I see in a Facebook group I'm in that is called GSP Assholes. So yeah, I feel like the name says a lot. They are just yeah, that's what they are. They just do what they want when they want. Um, they're super funny, but I tell everybody that Buddy is the best worst dog ever because he's just naughty. He's just a naughty boy, but he is very snuggly, cuddly, very sweet. We love him, but yes, he is a naughty dog. This is really bright, and I don't know if this was the vibe I was really going for today, but I'm gonna mix a little bit of Passiflora and Two-Toed Sloth just to get a little bit more of a blend happening. I could weasel in a little bit of green. That changes the whole... Yeah, no, I'm just gonna mix Passiflora and Two-Toed Sloth. Part of me wants to like carve this out, and then the other part of me is feeling lazy, so I think we're gonna side with the lazy side. I'm gonna use a BH Cosmetics number 4 brush. We're gonna take the shade Hanging Bridges, which is this green pink duochrome, and we're gonna say a quick prayer. We're gonna put some Fix Plus on this, and I actually have to go somewhere, so let's hope this turns out okay. Green and pink is such an underrated color combo, or is it not underrated? Is it perfectly well rated? Do you feel like green and pink is highly rated? Because when I was growing up, my bedroom was green and pink for the longest time. Like, years. So yeah, I have a soft spot for green and pink. That's pretty. What do we think? I like it. Okay. Oh, cool. What was I going... What were we talking about? I took a salad break and forgot what we were talking about with my dogs. Oh, I think just that Buddy... that GSPs get into a lot. I've seen some horror stories on that GSP group that I'm in. I don't want to say it too many times and get this video demonetized, but anyways, I've seen some horror stories on there of dogs, like, I think just chewing up couches. I've had, so we got Buddy, one of my longtime family friends, my mom's friends, they had 2 GSPs and they bred them, and there was one puppy in the litter, and it was Buddy. So he is our special boy because he doesn't, we've just had some struggles with him because he, as a puppy and being the only puppy in the litter, didn't get a lot of socialization with the other puppies, learn the dog rules. So I always say, you know, that he's just... when you watch him play with other dogs, you can see it. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get how to play with other dogs. He just doesn't get it. And then he has some issues with resource guarding food because he's not used to sharing food. So yeah, we've worked through it though. We have our 2 other dogs, and then my mom's dog's over frequently. He did have some issues with my mom's dog recently, but for the most part, they get along. So yeah. That's Buddy in a nutshell. What I was going to say about GSPs, like some crazy stories, our family, so his dad, his biological dad, my mom's friend's dog, he chewed through drywall in their house because they had him locked like in a bathroom. And it was because they were trying to keep him separated from the girl dog when she was in heat one time because they didn't want more puppies. And yeah, he chewed through drywall to get to her. Wild. Yeah, so these dogs are very motivated, highly motivated. That's what I would say. I don't know for this look if I want to add, I feel like I want to add a little something. Ooh, this could be fun in the inner corner. This shade from the Pastel Roses Ribbon Candy. That might be fun. I feel like I kind of want to take some Beauty Sleep from Carla Cosmetics and just tap it. Oh, you know what? Okay. I saw, what's her name? I think it's Maya Ya on TikTok. I feel like that's her username. She had said like she always uses a brush to get like the shape, but then goes over it with her finger to amp up shimmers. It was a different shimmer formula that she was talking about, but I thought we might try that here. I feel like this is fine. This is pretty. There's no problems with it. Like I could very easily just do liner and call this a day, but I just want a little more. So I have my Carla Cosmetics Fix Potion. I want it to be very precise. So I'm going to take this ColourPop E20 brush. It's very small because I don't want to change the whole vibe of this look. I just want a little something extra. I'm gonna take this brush and I'm trying to decide where I want to lighten things up. I think like right in the center of my lid, just a little bit. So I'm doing kind of like a triangle shape, but like right over where my pupil is. And then we're gonna take a little bit, did I show you what shade this was? Beauty Sleep from Carla Cosmetics. I'm gonna take that same brush and just tap that on. Ooh, see this shade over? Like that just made, do you see what I mean? Like it just like, it just brought it up to the next level. It just made that shimmer a little bit more sparkly. You know what? Honestly, I kind of want to take this everywhere, but we'll just leave it like this. Yeah, love that. Love, love, love that. Okay. And I didn't have Buddy pick out like a special thing because I just wasn't really sure what eye look I was going to do. And I still wanted like some options for creativity, you know? And I feel like it helps to sort of do that. I mean, you kind of have to shut your eye to actually get this on, but it helps to like look straight ahead so you can sort of see where your pupil is when you look straight. Because obviously if I'm looking this way, my pupil's over here, you know what I mean? These two, okay, that shade from the Nomad palette and this shade from Carla Cosmetics, they are a match made in heaven. They look so good together. They have such similar shifts. So now we want to do a little bit on the inner corner. I don't know if this will be light enough. This might be too dark. Should I just do that shade, the Carla Cosmetics shade in the inner corner? Kind of feel like I should just do that. Let's just do that. I was going to use this Ribbon Candy shade, but I feel like that pink, it reflects like it has a high shine, but it's still like kind of a dark base. I don't think I'll like that. So, okay, this is a, I don't know if it's pronounced Sepin or, I think it's Sepin. It's with a C. This is what like one of their rose gold brushes. I don't know how to talk. I'm just putting it on this and just dabbing that on the inner corner, like where I would put an inner corner shadow. Ooh, stab myself in the eye a little bit. This is why I like these kinds of videos, because I don't think I would have ever like thought to do this, but it, you know, well, and I guess this is, oh, I just put the Carla Cosmetics potion and the shadow on the brush at the same time. Let's see if that works. I just wasn't really paying attention. Now those inner corners are bright. Okay. I'm going to take this. I have like this little cotton round. I haven't washed my makeup erasers in a minute, so I need to do that today. And I'm just cleaning up underneath. We do need to build that brown back up. I never came back and did that. So we're going back into two-tone sloth in that same brush, but we are going to just tap over where it meets the green just to bring some of that depth back. And I love this brown, this two-tone sloth, or two-toed sloth. Not two-tone sloth, but anyways, this brown is perfect for this palette because it has like a green, like a hint of green to it. And so it's just perfect. Perfection. I wonder, okay, just for science, this is the Danessa Myricks Color Fix in Jewels. Okay, I used it to line, so you can kind of see, like when I tilt my head a certain way, you can see the line. Sorry, I didn't walk through that because I just went for it. So when you tilt my head that way, you can see it, but like, I don't think it makes a huge difference because they're such similar flips. They're like a green-pink duochrome, both of them. This video is all about just playing with my makeup, having a good time, trying something new, combos I haven't thought of before, you know, that sort of thing. I think that's fun. Okay, glad I did that. Let me wipe some of this off. Okay, now I think it dried on the back of my hand and I want to see hanging bridges. All right, I know this video has been going on long enough, so I am going to do some of the things that we didn't pick because I have certain products like my primer and my brow product that, because I'm going somewhere and also because I just don't have multiple options, like I just didn't include in this. So I'm gonna go ahead and do, here are my fingers before I put them on my face. Glad I caught that. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera and then I'll come back to just show you application. I don't think I'm going to talk through everything, but I'll at least show you application and stuff of the products that Buddy picked out. All right, so the reason I had these two combined is because neither of these shades matches me, and this is my current foundation combo. So that's why he picked, like when he picked that side, it was the two foundations combined. But anyways, I do 2 pumps of the Dior Forever in, what shade is this? 00. And then this is the YSL All Hours Foundation in, I think it's LC5, which you might be looking at me and being like, yeah, of course that doesn't match you. Why would you buy LC5? Look at your skin color. But listen, I don't know. It was online and I was going off of pictures, so I'm not sure. And I always think my skin's darker than it actually is. It's a problem I've always had. But anyways, this, when I mix the two, I get a pretty good match. So well, that's what I've been doing, and then that's what Buddy picked. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm just using the Haus Labs foundation brush. And I've also actually been mixing these foundations with the Mattifying Studio Fix primer from MAC, because it makes this like a little bit more of like a whipped texture. But I didn't do that today because I forgot. And I didn't have it as part of like the pick, so that felt dishonest. But see, I don't know if on camera you can really see, but it's a pretty good, like, I basically made my skin color. Okay, I have a lot of redness, so it probably looks a little bit light, but I mean, compared to my neck, I feel like it matches really well. And Buddy, I have, the only concealers I have are the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer or the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. So Buddy went with the Soft Matte. I'm taking this IT Cosmetics concealer brush. I think it's called the number 7. It needs to be cleaned. It's looking very rough, but I'm just gonna dab a little bit. Try not to get that where I already did the inner corner that I was just so excited about doing that I did a little too early, but that's all right. This is the shade, by the way, if you're curious, the shade Light 1 Chantilly. It's a really good brightening concealer for me, for my skin color. And then the shade, I think it's Light 2 Vanilla, is perfect for me for spot concealing. And I prefer this concealer for spot concealing and the Radiant Creamy Concealer for actual concealing under the eyes. But I've been doing the soft matte one more because I just bought it, so I'm trying to use it. I absolutely adore this concealer blend Kabuki brush from the Samantha Ravndal and Sigma collab. This is the best concealer brush I have ever had in my opinion. And then since I already did the inner corner, I'm gonna kind of use my finger to blend this out a little bit. Buddy picked, I did like a powder combo, so he picked the Cloud Set powder from Kosas and the under eye blurring powder from Pat McGrath, which thank goodness he did, because now that I am on this under eye blurring powder, I don't think I could not use it. That's the under eyes. I typically like to set my concealer with different powder. I usually use my Haus Labs. Usually I use like 3 different powders. I set my concealer in the spots except for under my eyes, so like on my nose, my chin, basically this part of my T area. I set with the Haus Labs loose powder, but he didn't. Well, I mean, he did eat the treat on the loose powder, but that's not, you know, I don't want to cheat, so we're just gonna use the Cloud Set powder. I do use this all over the face though. This is a good powder for that. Now, the tricky part of this, I gave him a cream contour option or this Outer Dimension face palette from Lunar Beauty. This is what mine looks like. These are really bronzers, not contours. So we kind of have to use them as like a powder contour because I don't have a contour now. And then he gave us this cream blush. Luckily it's a cream to powder blush, but I still feel like it's going to be a little bit weird to put that on top. But it's all good. I'm going to go into the shade. I think I'm going to mix these two, although it looks like I kind of have hard pan, but I'm going to mix these two. One is Nude Sky, one is Bronze Sky. And I feel like that'll give us a contour. It's definitely warmer than my actual contour, but it'll be okay. We will live. And then I also have bronzer that I picked because I don't know. I felt like I needed like a contour category and a bronzer category, but I really only have one contour, so I should have just, I don't know. Since Buddy picked this, we'll go into the shade Bright Sky, which is the brightening powder, and we'll just do a little dippity dab of that under the eyes, on the nose, on the chin, basically everywhere we just put concealer, and we'll just do that. Okay. Next up is the Rose and Brunch blush from Danessa Myricks. I am glad he picked this one. This blush is gorgeous. I mean, I picked my two new favorite blushes, so ooh, I went in a little ham. This blends out really easily, but I definitely picked up a little too much product on this one side, but that's okay. I do like to tap over my eye look a little bit just to create a nice blend from the cheeks to the eye look. I feel like I should add gems. What do you guys think? You're watching this by the time I already did it, but I'm feeling gems. I'm gonna be going to my husband's aunt's 80th birthday party. Fully beat. All right, so now I'm gonna go back into the Cloud Set powder from Kosas, and I am going to just use that to help kind of blend everything together. I don't think I really need bronzer, but we'll add a little touch of the bronzer since Buddy picked some. So he picked the Haus Labs bronzer, and we're just gonna add a little bit out here. Got this bronzer last summer when I was a little bit more tan than I am now, so it's a little dark for me, but I do like to add it to the very edges of my temple for just some additional depth. I'm going to take that brush I was just using. I didn't have him pick an eyeliner because I forgot. I feel like this one from ColourPop's going to work, and it is so old that the name's rubbed off. So there we go. Let's see if it even works, or is it dried out? No, it works. Okay. It's like a kind of green, like dirty green gold shade. I feel like it works with the shade we used on the lid. Ow. Okay. Here's the rub. I have yet to finish reviewing this eyeshadow palette. I know. And when I say finish reviewing, to me that means I've used every shade in an eyeshadow palette. I've used this palette multiple times, but the shades I used today, I just never gravitated towards, well, except for the brown. I've used the brown, but this shade and this shade I had never used before. I've also never used Cloud Canopy or Bromeland. And I think I'm going to work them in because I want to just finish and say, I've reviewed this palette. You know what I mean? I've used every shade. I've used it, I don't know, 6, 7 times. Feel like I've got a good handle on it. So, the sloths are all gone on this. Whatever. Anyway, so I'm going to put the two-toed sloth shade. I'm using a Blend Bunny B2 brush, and I'm just running that along the lower lash line. That's the sad thing about the Nomad palettes. They do such cute little imprints, but after you've used the shade a few times, they start to go away, and it's just so sad. Their imprints are so cute. It makes me sad when I swatch them because it's the first disruption in them, and then it makes me sad once I've used them and they start to go away entirely. We kind of got some concealer on this, so I'm just building that back up. Okay, so now I'm going to take that shade, oh, I said Bromeland, it's Bromeliad. I can't read. So this is a crease brush from It Cosmetics, but it's kind of like flat and fluffy, so I feel like it'll work for this. And I feel like Bromeliad is like, it's a little bit more pink than coral, but it's so similar. So I'll be curious to see if there's really a noticeable difference between the two shades on the eye. And you might be like, why didn't you actually test that in your review? And I don't have a great answer for that. Mainly because this is like my hobby, not my job. So I didn't think about it. Yeah, I mean, it looks like I'm using the exact same shade and I'm not. So I don't think both of these shades were needed in this palette, but they're both pretty. And I think this was the first palette, if I'm not mistaken, that Nomad let you buy single. So if that was something that like turned you off, I'm pretty sure that's they gave you the option for single, so you didn't have to have both shades. But yeah, I mean, it's like if you look very, very closely, this is slightly more cool, that's slightly more warm. But like they're pretty close. Now I'm going to take this detailed pencil brush from Sigma and Samantha Ravndal, and we're going to go into the shade Cloud Canopy, the last shade I haven't used in this palette. Ooh, this one's kind of like a grayish green. I feel like it'll bring in a unique vibe. A little dark, a little sultry. That's like the exact color of like my eyes right now. It's kind of creepy. Hopefully I'm not blocking my face with this palette, but I probably am. I'm gonna veto the gems only because I'm going to like a local Mexican restaurant for his aunt's birthday, and it just feels listen, I don't want to say it feels like a lot because I know a lot of you just wear that in general, and more power to you. But for me and like his family and the vibes, it just feels like a lot. So I'm gonna skip it. But if you wear gems out to a Mexican restaurant, more power to you. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. Highlighter. So I gave him the choice of the Noctilucent highlighter from Blend Bunny or the Oracle Chrome highlighter from Bella Beauté Bar. He picked the Bella Beauté Bar one, and I think I want to go with why does this feel, this is like a green blue. What is the Lovers? I feel like I kind of want to do the Lovers. It feels like a pink gold green. So I'm taking this Morphe M510 brush as a highlighter brush. Okay, so my brow products I already did. I haven't done my brow gel, but that he didn't pick. My mascara he didn't pick. For the eyelashes, he picked the Bella lashes from the MUA Lash. I'm gonna need to clean these off a little bit, but they are pretty dramatic, but I think we have a pretty glam look, so that should be okay. Now, this is the part I wanted to explain before I hop off and come back on with the finished look. I gave him the choice between a Half Magic Beauty lip liner mouth cloud combo and then the About Face lip color butter, and it wasn't the specific shades I was giving him the option on. It was just like matte lip, glossy lip. I will use a About Face lip color butter. I just don't know if I'm going to use this shade. This is Pink Pina. It feels kind of light, so I'll probably pick a little bit darker of a shade, but I just wanted to explain that. So I don't think you need to watch me struggle through my lash application. I got to do my hair, get dressed, all of that anyway. So when I come back, we will see the finished look that Buddy picked out for me. Okay, here is the finished look that I did with the makeup that my dog picked. The lip color butter I picked was Nashi Pear from About Face Beauty. And then I don't know if I said this, but my dog picked the lashes in Bella, and I think that's all I did off camera. I just sprayed with the Urban Decay all-nighter setting spray, and my lighting probably looks different because I was unsurprisingly running late when I finished the look earlier, so I've since gone to dinner, come back. This is after dinner, what it looks like, but I've had this on for a few hours. I have like chips and salsa all around my lips. Nice. Anyways, so this is finished look. I think it turned out really good. I like all of the little extras that I added on the eyes. Super fun. I have my dog and then my mom's dog that I can do this with. And then let me know if there's anybody else that you think this would be fun with. I have sisters. I have my husband. Yeah, so I think this is going to be kind of like a fun sort of like other people shop my stash type of thing. If you like shop my stash videos, let me know in the comments down below and I could definitely try and do more of those. I want this channel to be sort of a balance of like new makeup, but also using stuff that we already have and just having fun with makeup. So anyways, I would be curious to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't already, please like this video and I will see you next time. Bye.